Look, I didn't move to Maple Ridge for an HOA war. I came for quiet mornings, strong coffee, and the 7-acre pear orchard I'd spent half my 30s pouring my soul into. The creek running along my western boundary kept everything thriving, pure mountain runoff, the kind of water bottled brands lie about. Then she arrived. Karen Mulberry, freshly elected HOA president, drove a white Escalade the size of a small moon, always dressed like she was 2 missed emails away from becoming a Peloton instructor. And somehow, someway, she decided her first act as Madam President was rebranding our quiet, forested neighborhood into a suburban Versailles, starting with my land. One Wednesday morning, I remember because it was the only day I actually slept past 6, my phone explodes with messages. Dude, they're surveying your creek basin. Bro, do you know about the diggers by your fence? Call me now. It's an emergency. I walk out, still in slippers, and there it is, a backhoe nosediving straight into the creek bed on my side of the property line. And Karen, sunglasses the size of dinner plates, supervising like she's directing a Marvel movie. I shout over the engine. HEY, you can't just dig up my creek. She waves her iced matcha like it's a magic wand. Oh, relax, Richard. We're just doing a little community enhancement. The HOA approved a water redistribution plan. What HOA? She points to herself. This one. Turns out her redistribution plan meant building a luxury irrigation system for her imported Bermuda lawn by diverting the creek upstream and piping the flow around my property entirely. My orchard, the one thing keeping me sane, bone dry within a week. I confronted her with photos, water rights printouts, actual law. She smirked and said, Richard, darling, nature belongs to all of us. You're being very gatekeeper why. Gatekeeper why? Like I was hoarding water like a dragon. Then she threatened to fine me for having excessive birds. Ma'am, those are literally orchard birds. They come with the trees. That's when I realized something. Karen wasn't delusional. She was strategic. She wanted to starve my orchard out and buy my land cheap. Rumor was she wanted a tennis dome. Because apparently, tennis court wasn't dramatic enough. So I documented everything. Every illegal dig. Every irrigation pipe sneaking onto my property like a plastic snake. Every HOA notice she conveniently backdated to make me look non-compliant. But the real turning point came the day I followed her contractors and discovered the mother of all HOA crimes. A giant underground pump system hidden under a fake boulder. A whole illegal siphon operation robbing my creek 24/7. I remember whispering, Karen, what the hell did you build? And that's where this story cracks wide open. Because once I understood the scale of her little water heist, I stopped playing defense. I started planning payback. But the kind she couldn't find me for. The kind nature handles for you. The next week, while Karen strutted around like the dictator of Maple Ridge, I went full investigative mode. Drone footage, soil moisture logs, creek flow charts. Even grabbed a GoPro, strapped it to a rake, and slid it under her fence to confirm what I already suspected. Her pump system didn't just divert water. It stored it in a giant underground bladder tank the size of a school bus. Illegal, unsafe, and extremely, hilariously, fragile. At this point, viewers usually ask, Richard, why didn't you go to the police? Buddy, I did. Deputy Harris took one look at the HOA envelope Karen gave him and basically shrugged. I knew then this was bigger than petty theft. It was power. So I went for the one thing HOA tyrants fear more than lawyers. County environmental compliance. The inspector came out quietly, no warnings. Me, him, and a clipboard. He poked the ground with his boot, listened for hollow resonance, and gave me the slow nod of a man who just found a big problem. You didn't build this? He asked. Sir, I'm too broke to build a patio, let alone a water bunker. He chuckled. Well, her little tank is illegal 6 ways to Sunday. But before he could file anything official, Mother Nature beat him to it. 3 days later, a freak storm rolled in. Flash flood warnings. Trees bending sideways. The kind of rain that makes you rethink your life choices. I stood on my porch with a flashlight, watching her pump system struggle, audibly, like a whale choking on Legos. Then it happened. Boom. A muffled explosion under her lawn. Water burst upward like Old Faithful going through a midlife crisis. Her perfect Bermuda turf peeled back like a soggy carpet. And her underground tank? It ruptured, releasing tens of thousands of gallons right back into the creek it stole from. And because gravity has a dark sense of humor, it all surged downhill. right into her backyard, then her patio, then her glass sunroom, where she stored all her HOA paperwork. She came running out in a raincoat, screaming, "Richard, do something!" I yelled back through the storm. "Nature belongs to all of us, Karen." The inspector showed up the next morning, saw her backyard lake, saw the exposed illegal tank, and wrote citations so fast his pen nearly caught fire. $53,000 in fines. $19,000 in environmental restoration. Immediate HOA removal. Forced community apology. And the best part? Every neighbor she bullied testified against her. Turns out I wasn't the only one she tried the power trip Olympics on. Karen sold her house and moved within 4 months. Rumor says she tried starting a new HOA somewhere else and got banned before the first meeting. My orchard? Thriving. Best pears I've grown in a decade.